Alright, so today you guys are going to get introduced to the garage and the first gen. Gotta get cleaned up in here pretty good because right now it is a mess. Not looking good. I came here today and then I don't know where that jack even came from, but that's here now apparently, so whatever. We got stuff everywhere, had a lot of stuff going on here lately, and then we're gonna get the garage cleaned up. Then I have a giant mess right here. Transfer case parts. Got the MP205 out of the first gen, which we guys will also be getting introduced to today. So we're going to be putting the transfer case back together. Hopefully that goes smooth. We had to have some parts machined out so that everything would fit properly because we actually went to a bigger shaft because we couldn't stop breaking the 23 spline input shafts. So hopefully that'll take care of our problem. We can get some good track times in the summer. So we're going to be doing the transfer case, got to get the garage cleaned up, and we also might be putting a new turbo on the first gen today. That's the old one there. And I got the new one. We'll get into that once we start putting the first gen back together in a little bit here. So here we go. The MP205 we put together. There's actually something I gotta show you guys about that. So on this transfer case, my setup, I got the truck with it. I originally got it. When I originally got the truck, it had a 727 in it, which is a 23 spline output, and they came with the 23 spline transfer case input shafts, which is very small. That's pretty much it right there. You can kind of see the size difference. It's hard to tell now it's actually in there, but it's quite a bit smaller. That's the 23 spline, and that's the 29 ton they upgraded to. We had to put this shaft in there, we had to have a bunch of machine work done in the case to fit the bigger bearing, bigger shaft, bigger seals, and everything like that. So luckily a friend of ours that you'll see in this on this channel eventually, he also has a diesel truck. But anyway, he has a machine shop. He was able to do all the machine work for us, so we saved some money there. If you guys want to do this, I think shaft, for the input shaft with the bearing and seal, I think I spent like $200 on that. And this is the adapter you need right here. It's actually made by Torque King. It's a 23 spline input to the transfer case, a 23 spline output on the tranny. So that slides right on there like this, and it'll adapt down to the 23 spline output of the transmission. So that's what we got going on with that. So yeah, that's all on there looking good. We weren't able to finish it. Just need to order a new flange. I believe that's S400 half mount, they call it, something like that. The old pipe here, don't hate on my welds. But the old pipe, or the old turbo, had a HX40. So that's obviously not going to work for us anymore, but hopefully we'll get that ordered, get it on the truck in the next couple weeks here so we can get a video of it running for you guys. Also, I wanted to take a minute too to talk about this truck. This is going to be a truck that you guys are going to see a lot on this channel. I've had this since I was out of high school. I've had it for like 7 years now. Just recently, like 2 years ago, had the bodywork all done, the new paint job on it. Truck is from Vegas, so it's super clean. It's never seen, I can't say it's never seen winter because I made the mistake of driving it the first year I had it in high school in the salt, but since then it hasn't seen the salt, which it never will again either. But anyway, motor wise, it's just a stock bottom end. Only thing it's got in the bottom end is ARP rod bolts. Let's see, cam we got in 188, 220 Hamilton cam with the bigger tappets. We got Hamilton extreme duty push rods. We also have Hamiltons, I think they're 105 or 110 pound valve springs with titanium keepers and retainers. And I think that's pretty much it valve train wise. It does have ARP 425s or ARP 2000s in it still, which I'd like to upgrade to the 625s at some point, but obviously that's all based on how much money you want to spend or can spend, which is always an issue for me. Fuel, we got 5x18 Haley speed injectors, actually a really good injector. You can make quite a bit of horsepower on those injectors for how small they actually are. As far as like injector sizes go, Haley rates those at, I want to say they said it'll make about 950 horse with those injectors. On the pump, we have the dual pump feed. It has 5K governor springs in it, full cut delivery valves, no fuel plate. Eventually, when I get the ASC Live put on here, that's something we're looking to do pretty soon here actually. We got an adjustable pump gear on the front, and has a fast 220 on it for a lift pump, which works really well, but I kind of hate it because it's super loud, but what are you going to do? Also, we have a steed speed over here, T4 steed speed. And moving on to the tranny, we got 47 RH that we swapped in there. That has a full manual valve body. We have it hooked up to the B&M Pro ratchet. Also, in the tranny, we got we have billet input. We have GoRen triple disc converter. It's stalled at 2500, I believe. We had that restalled last year to go to a big single. Last year we finally broke the stock output shaft, so we have a TCS billet output now. So hopefully the train should be pretty stout for this year. The last thing I'm really worried about in there is the intermediate shaft. We do have steel planetaries in there now too. In the cab, I went through the cab when I did the body work, and we put, what the heck is it called? I think it's not Fat Mat, it's like a different brand of that stuff, but I put that on the floor, the back wall. Actually, you can see it right there. I haven't put anything on the back yet. It's called Kill Mat. Works actually really well. It's all inside the door panels. It's on the floor. We got it on the roof. We got it on the back wall. And actually, when I put this stuff in here, the door sounds much more solid when you close it. Before I put all that in there, it would rattle. It sounded like a freaking empty can of nuts and bolts. Well, we have Edge CTS2 in here. That's what we have all our gauges hooked up to. That's pretty cool. That's another one of the things I really like about it. That works really well. This way, you're not trying to look at all these gauges while you're going on the track. You can go back and you can log everything you got in there. This year, to get it going, we need to get some new radiator fans put in. We need to get dual adjustable shocks for the rear, single adjustables for the front. And then that's pretty much all that's going on with this thing. She's almost ready to go, so. That's solid. So what we're going to do right now is talk about what you can expect in the future on this channel. Obviously, you're going to see a lot of first gen. That's pretty much all we do in the summer. They get put away in the winter because we live in Rochester, so garbage. Lots of salt. But I got the first gen. He has a second gen that's 24 valve. It was compounded and VP pumped. And now it's getting switched to a big single with P pump, so that's going to be interesting to see what that's going to do this year.
Probably break.
Got another friend that's not here right now that has a 900 horsepower Duramax. So between the three of us, we go to the track, we go to a lot of events, so we'll get a lot of videos of that stuff. A lot of videos of us screwing around on the street. Do plenty of burnouts, so we'll get some of that in there for sure. And we also break a lot of stuff, so you're going to see a lot of us working on it. Try to keep that to a minimum so we don't bore everybody to death.
Oh my God, so big.
You see in our first video that we didn't really do any talking, but you're going to see a lot of screwing around with four-wheelers, pit bikes. That's always good stuff. We're always doing pretty dumb stuff.
I don't think of other shit to do with
Yeah, just
Yeah,
tracks,
everything.
go to diesel events as much as we can. Some of us work for a living. I work like sometimes. If you guys ever see anything I'm doing wrong working on the trucks or any of us, feel free to comment. Odds are if you're being an asshole, I'll probably just laugh at you and not care, but if you have useful information for us, we're definitely always willing to learn. Not one of those people that thinks I know everything, because I definitely don't. That's why I have first gen. Oh, I have a third gen actually that you're probably going to see a ton of, because that thing's a huge pile of shit. Constantly breaks, so we'll get some common rail stuff in there, even though it's just a work truck. Can't forget this.
Don't touch your juice.
Most important part of the video. Got our new sticker over here with the collection. Try to do this one-handed, hopefully I don't get it super crooked. Oh yeah, nice. One thing I didn't show you guys either on this transfer case, something I built. You guys can hate on it if you want, because it by far does not look good, but it does its job very well. So if any of you guys have first gens and brake stuff, you probably had the transfer case out before, and you know that the MP205 is an absolute monster. It's hard to lift, hard to move around with under the truck. So I built this bracket here on the bottom. So this way, you put a jack under it and you unbolt it. When you start sliding it away, it doesn't try to swing on you once your studs come out, because it sits on the bottom of this plate here and it sits flat. Definitely not the prettiest thing. Not sure if I'm going to leave it under there yet when the transfer case is in, or if we're going to pop it off, but perfectly fabricated garbage. What you got? You got a stick? What is that? Is that mine? Bye, Matt. Alright guys, so to finish off this video, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple pictures of the first gen for what it used to look like. Post a few different ones so that way you guys can see what it's come from. Post a couple videos of it so you can kind of get an idea of what's going to be coming on the channel.
Mm-hmm.